everyone. I'm carnivore coach Parveen, hosting for Revero Success Story podcast, where we explore the question, how has the carnivore diet changed your life? Today, I would like to welcome Dovile. She has gained energy and strength, healed her cystic acne, found it easier to maintain, build muscle on this diet, plus was easily able to lose weight with the carnivore lifestyle. Hi, Dovile. Welcome to our show.
Hello, Parveen. Lovely to be here.
I'm glad that you made it today. So let's get started. Could you share a little bit about your background and what health conditions did you have before you started the carnivore way of eating?
Yes, totally. So I was pretty healthy, and only maybe I had a cystic acne would come and go. It wasn't terrible, but it was bothering me. So that was one reason why I was actually exploring all these different diets since a few years back. And I got into low carb because I always knew that bread and carbs are no good. But then I increased my fat and eating. So for 2 years, I was high fat, low carb, but heavy vegetable. I would eat a lot of meat with your meals, right? But then there's a lot of salads, and oils in the dressing and the nuts as snacks. And all sorts of seeds. I even put anything in my salads and was eating so many salads and always having digestive problems. I always thought that the small amount of meat just always, makes my stomach so weird. So I couldn't work out why I eat these raw vegetables and I still feel weird and my acne never goes away. And I'm eating all these super healthy things, raw, uncooked. That's how it should be, right? So for a couple of years, I did that. And then because I was already really fat adapted, eating a lot of almonds, to be honest, and cheese, almonds and cheese, they're all my fat sources. Carnivore was kind of a natural progression as how I see. I knew about it for a very long time ago, so it wasn't a new concept for me. But I don't know, I just come across again and I was like, well, that's something I have not tried. Maybe it isn't too restrictive. And I just quickly decided to give it a go. And and that's how I came to it without really being too sick or trying to fix anything. But I was looking for something a little bit better because I felt like I do get tired every day. Like maybe there is a way to get more energy. I wouldn't get like energy crash, but I would get at the end of the day, 9 p.m., 10 p.m., I'd be very tired. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I thought that's how much energy you have.
And how was your sleep and everything like that? Did you have any other issues with sleep or?
No, I had good sleep. Really good sleep. I'm blessed with that.
Yeah. So then could you explain the details of your current way of eating, including what you eat? And did you experience any difficulties transitioning to the carnivore diet?
For me, it was no difficulty at all because I was fat adapted already. So I didn't have any keto flu symptoms, nothing. It was just so easy because I actually lost all the digestive problems. My stomach just becomes so happy, all my gut so happy, never bloated again. So that was first thing when I just started eating meat, which was weird first week, right? Mm-hmm. But then how flat you feel in your stomach and how easy and there's no bloatiness at all. That was something really revolutionary for me. I was like, I could do it just for this. So I would normally eat a steak or some sort of, pork chops, any sort of meat. I actually eat all the meats. I'm not restricted to beef. So for a normal day, kind of these sort of cuts that I fry in the pan. And then sometimes I do a slow cooking or a roast, that sort of thing, but nothing really out of the ordinary. And then once a week, I supplement with some chicken liver or beef liver. But I don't do too much, just a little bit, because they're not that tasty to me. I don't know. I think that's
a problem too.
Yeah.
Is it easy to find, are there good, do you get your meat from farms or do you go to the grocery store? Where do you make your purchases from?
Yeah, because I live in Melbourne, kind of to reach a farm, I haven't tried yet. There should be, of course, available, but I haven't tried. That's my probably next step I should do. But in Australia, we're very lucky to have grass-fed beef everywhere. And to be honest, just in the supermarket, I get really nice beef. So I'm not too worried about that. And in fact, some butchers they don't have such good beef at that supermarket. So I don't know. But that's something that I would like to stock up with more meat, and just to avoid all the plastic packaging. And I would have a freezer full, and then anytime I can pull out and have my healthy dinners. So that's something in the future that I would look into. But yeah, I need to get a big freezer as well, I guess. Yeah.
You eat like fish, and have you tried different cuts from other animals as well?
Yeah, I get pork all the time and lamb all the time. You need to mix it up. Yeah. So I found really good quality meat in here. That's why probably I wasn't looking to anything special so far. Yeah.
Good. So let's go into the details of how your health has improved. How long have you been eating this way right now? And why don't you go into some of the details of the changes you're experiencing so far?
Yeah, absolutely. It's only 3.5 months for me, but it's been a revolution. So number one thing for me was more energy. So as I said, I would get normally tired 9 p.m., 10 p.m. I had to drag myself to bed. But now 1 a.m. I'm still going, and then I have to, go to bed because it's late. So I can now sleep 6 hours and have more energy, get more done, be really productive. 3 months back, after 6 hours, if I only slept 6 hours, I have a terrible day. I cannot operate. I'm really sluggish. And right now I have no problem. In fact, yesterday I only had 5 hours of sleep. And it was okay. I was very productive next day. I didn't feel anything. So that fact that I need less sleep and still have more energy, I think is absolutely number one for me. That I can feel such a massive difference in that. And then sleep quality is better, of course. Then I feel that I maintain muscle a bit better, and I recover better because I do body weight workouts and some weightlifting occasionally. So I feel like I don't get so sore. I used to be sore for like 2 to 3 days, and now I never sore. I just a little bit sore next day. So, and I think I'm working out just the same kind of strength, like intensity. I don't think that I'm that lazy now. Although I've found that because I don't lose muscle so quickly, then I don't need to work out so much, because I achieved the point that I'm happy with my physique and I just want to maintain. So I'm not really putting too much effort into growing more. That's why I felt like, okay, I can do less workouts, less frequent workouts, and then I recover faster and I don't have any pains, although that pain is nice sometimes, right? But it kind of feels nice, yeah, that just feel like my body recovers quickly from anything. So that's a second thing, I guess. And just the lifestyle itself is just so easy. You don't need to think about anything else. You just go and get a really nice cut of meat, cook it quickly, eat it half raw. It's amazing and it's so tasty. I'm just getting so much into it that it made my life so much easier, I think. Just this positive change. Although I like my husband probably join me at some point because that would be even easier. Now we still have to cook some vegetables for him. But maybe he needs, some more convincing. So it's only a few months. He's wondering like what's going to happen later. Am I going to drop it? So maybe after, 1 year or so, he'll be convinced that this is really so good. So I'm hoping for that, so we can go even more simpler with our lives and just food and just be satisfied all the time. That's, I think, amazing feeling when you don't have too many cravings. The one craving I could not lose was chocolate, so I still eat some dark chocolate. Yeah, that's one food I allow. I guess whatever doesn't trigger you should be okay. So I found like, okay, I can handle this little bit of chocolate. Yeah.
Now you mentioned you had cystic acne. Why don't you go into the details of that? Like you said, was it when you were in your teens, or was it later in life? Did you always have it? And then how has your skin improved now?
Yeah, so I think kind of late in life, around, I don't know, year 30 or something like that, I started getting this really kind of deep pimples that they come from like inside and not the surface ones, which are very easy to treat, So I used to take so much ibuprofen to try to kill it because there's nothing else I could do. And I would feel, it's not always so terrible, but I would have always under the lip scars, So I was really bothered with it, and I was wondering what is giving me this inflammation all the time, constantly, you know. I would just clear out for a week or two, and then it's another coming up. And I was always wondering what, because it wasn't milk. I tried to eliminate different things. It wasn't gluten, maybe sugar. I could never work out what it was. But now, since day one, I did not have any breakout. Yeah, it's just gone completely. So I just got some old scars that I need to still clear out, but there's no more breakouts. That is so amazing. I do get some surface imperfection, you know, that's okay, but it's not how it used to be. You get that one you know, acne, pimple coming, and it's like for weeks. It takes weeks to clear out. So that's really uncomfortable, and it's yeah, and then it's a sign as well that is something happening in your body, some sort of inflammation. So I think that's another, not just the looks, but there is a health problem perhaps, which
Yeah, I
I was
can
not
totally
aware.
relate because I had that condition. I had cystic acne too when I was a lot younger. I wish I had known about the carnivore diet then because I struggled with it for a long time.
Yeah, and this is what helped you.
No, I'm just saying I didn't know, but I mean, I made other changes that ended up helping me. But
Yeah,
if I had known about it a lot sooner, it would have been great. And
yeah.
sometimes when you see people, you want to offer help, and you know, people, you know, they're not just as receptive to trying the carnivore diet right away. But it helps a lot of
No,
people with skin conditions.
I know, I know. I can relate to that as well. That I sometimes see people just, you know, inflamed. You
Yeah,
definitely have a lot of inflammation going, right?
exactly.
And yeah,
Now,
so I
are
hope
you
they
noticing
discover.
how's your stamina when you work out? Are you able to go longer? Do you feel like you can lift more? What are some, have you noticed any changes like that in your workouts from before?
Yeah, I think so. I have a little bit more energy. Not that I got like much stronger, but I feel like to do the same kind of reps, because body weight is very easy to see how much you can do. It's not just reps. You don't need to count any reps. Like it's very low number of reps, so you always know that you know you can do 6 dips, and that's kind of your maximum. And I just feel like everything is easier to go to that kind of limit because as I said, I'm not pushing myself too hard right now. Maybe I should try now. Maybe that I do feel a bit stronger, it would be much easier. Yeah, so I feel like just to do that normal limit, what I always do, it's just so much easier for me. So I don't always break a sweat, to be honest.
Is
Yeah.
there anything else you'd like to share? We're coming near to the end of our interview.
Um, I think I think my advice would be just try it,
Right.
because and if you can stay 1 month in, you will see all the benefits. Because week 1, you know, digestive system comes down. Week 2, maybe not much happening. By week 4, I was sleeping better and having more energy. So you still need to, you know, it's not 1 week. You need to give more time for your body to clear out, sort of way. And I think everyone should try at least and stick for 1 month. And if they're not happy, you can always go back. That's what I did as well. It's not a commitment for life. You can do it for a month or 2 months or whatever. So I think just to try, and then the feeling is just a completely different feeling.
Right.
So
I
yeah,
really like what you shared, because I mean, you don't have any serious health conditions going on. Like you had some issues that you dealt with, but you still felt so much better. And that's what I really love about this way of eating.
yes,
I always tell people, you don't really know you can feel better until you do. And everyone thinks they feel great, but when you try this way of eating, you can just totally go up a few notches from where you're at.
yes,
We're a perfect
yes.
example of that.
And you know, that energy thing, we all think that yes, we have limited energy throughout the day, and yes, we will get tired at night, but maybe we don't have to. Maybe we can have a little bit more energy. Maybe we can have 20% more energy, and that would enable us to do more things, you know, to read more books at night, because you don't have to, you know, quickly you know, just fall asleep from exhaustion each night. Because I'm a very active person, so I felt that energy boost right away, and it's so consistent day after day. I would have all exactly the same, like rarely ever. And then things that even if something, you know, in life, I don't know, you can have a party sometimes, and then the next day you need to recover. I recover so much quicker. That's another thing. It's just, I don't know, when your body's in sync, you just recover quicker, even if there was something, out of line, or you worked out too much, or you just got really tired, or didn't sleep much, then kind of is still able to deal next day. It's not a complete disaster like it used to be. I used to be really, really low in energy if there was something happened there before, and now everything is just more smooth, no energy crashes. I do get a bit hungry, but I think what I didn't do when I removed all the vegetables, I didn't add anything. So as I was eating one steak plus all the vegetables, I'm still eating one steak. So I do not add anything on top. And I think maybe I'm just balancing, this calorie intake on a minimum. So maybe I should just eat more. But I just eat as much as I want. That's the beauty of it. You don't need to count or worry anything or have cravings or too many snacking. So I think everyone could benefit from such condition.
Right. Well, thank you so much for taking the time to share your story on Revero. I'm sure a lot of viewers will connect with the things that you've shared and, consider making this type of change. Thank you again.
Thank you, Parveen, and good luck in the Revero journey as well.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Join Revero.health for a 30-day free trial to get access to live Q&A with VIP guests, social community meetings, member discounts, low-carb healthcare providers list, forum, workouts, monthly challenges, early access to podcasts, recipes, carnivore diet guide, fasting guide, shred guide, and much more.